playing, we are explaining lots of important topics about Fortnite. 8 things you're doing wrong while getting you eliminated. Fortnite Battle Royale can be quite complex when it comes to fights. The game requires players to be well coordinated and fast on their feet while engaged in combat. However, many in the community make basic mistakes that end up costing them a lot. Since Fortnite can be complex, it's nearly impossible to teach every single aspect of it, especially to beginners. One mistake can be very costly, which is why we've prepared a guide that lists some of the most common mistakes that players make in the game and solutions on how to avoid them. Mistakes in Fortnite that will likely end up getting you eliminated. 1. Left-hand peeking. Fortnite Battle Royale has many advanced tactics, but shoulder swapping isn't one of them. For this reason, in-game characters always use their right shoulder while firing their guns. If you peek to the left, you will be fully exposed to your enemies, and you won't be able to fire back at them. However, the right-hand peek allows you to stay covered while also being able to take shots at your enemy. Two, fully automatic gunfire. Many Fortnite weapons are fully automatic. However, this doesn't mean that you should press and hold your fire button for all of them. If you do, you won't hit many of your shots. As many players are aware, Epic Games has implemented several mechanics to prevent heavy suppressed fire in the game. By holding the fire button, you will be countered by both bloom and recoil, which will make you miss most of your magazine. If you use a submachine gun, fully automatic fire is acceptable. However, if you use an assault rifle, you should tap fire it for maximum accuracy. Not only will you benefit from the lack of recoil, but there will also be no bloom. 3. First shot accuracy. First shot accuracy is arguably the most important shooting mechanic in Fortnite Battle Royale, yet many players don't know what it is. This mechanic allows players to have 100% accuracy with assault rifles, which is incredible. You can achieve first shot accuracy by standing still and tap firing your assault rifle. Once your aim reticle becomes small check, the screenshot above you will have no bloom, and your shot will go precisely where the reticle is located. Using this mechanic, you can land a headshot every time you fire your weapon, which is a real game changer. Four, keybinds. As we mentioned earlier, Fortnite Battle Royale is very complex. For this reason, there are many different actions that can be assigned to keybinds on a keyboard and mouse or a controller. Many Fortnite players make mistakes by copying someone else's keybinds and thinking they will work for them. While this may work in certain cases, it's generally not recommended, as you need to be comfortable with your own settings and binds. This is easier said than done, which is why you'll need to spend a lot of time in the creative mode to get used to your controls. However, once you get a hang of them, there is no doubt that you will dominate your opponents with ease and win many more games. 5. Healing. Some Fortnite battles take a few minutes to complete, which is why you always need to carry several healing items in your inventory. We recommend carrying at least one healing item, which should be the small shield potion. However, you also need to know when to heal. If your opponent is very aggressive, you will first have to distance yourself before using the healing item. Many Fortnite weapons can one-shot targets that have 100 or less HP, so you need to restore your health whenever it's safe. 6. Fight pressure. Similar to the previous step, you need to be aware of your opponent's surroundings and actions all the time. This is why it's important to apply the right amount of pressure and push the enemy whenever they try to heal.
Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want, I'll keep dreaming on. Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want, I'll keep dreaming on.
Several Fortnite items, such as Slurpfish and Flopper, can restore HP very quickly. While there isn't much you can do about them, you should never give your enemy a chance to use a shield potion. Zero build modes have an additional shield that recharges after not taking damage for a few seconds. For this reason, you should push your enemy whenever they are down to 50% of less health. 7. Siphon. If you enjoy playing competitive modes in Fortnite, you must be familiar with the Siphon mechanic. This mechanic gives you 50 effective health or shield whenever you eliminate an enemy. Many players finish off their enemies as quickly as possible in Fortnite's competitive modes, which is a mistake. If you are at full health, you should never finish off your enemies during active combat unless you need ammo or items. By letting your enemy live for 50 more seconds, you give yourself a chance to gain 50 effective health while fighting against their teammates. This extra health can be a big difference and a deciding factor in a gunfight. 8. Storm. Storm is another important mechanic in Fortnite Battle Royale. While it can be deadly, you shouldn't be afraid of it. The storm deals a lot of damage at the end of the game, but you should still spend a few seconds in it if it means that you'll surprise your enemies. In competitive modes, a lot of players stay in the storm for a longer period since they rely on the Siphon mechanic. However, surprise attacks from the storm should be used in core modes as well since players rarely expect them.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show